Hello everyone, I'm North Hempstead Town Supervisor Judy Bosworth, and I, along with our town board, are proud to present At Home with North Hempstead, a series of special programs for children, seniors, as well as entertainment for residents of all ages. I hope you enjoyed this special presentation and check back often for new content.
Hi, I am Councilwoman Veronica Lurvey, and today we will be making latkes for Hanukkah. Hanukkah is often called the Festival of Lights because of the candles that are lit during the 8 days, but it can also be called the Festival of Latkes because so many of these delicious and crispy potato pancakes are eaten every year. Hanukkah commemorates an event that happened over 2,000 years ago when the Romans destroyed the Jewish temple in Jerusalem. When the Jews returned to the temple to light the light, they found enough ritual oil for only one night. But when they lit it, it miraculously lasted for 8 nights. So oil is a central theme in Hanukkah traditions. Today I'll be making 2 different types of latkes. One from each of the grandmothers in our family. My mother, who we call Bobby Bisek, Bobby means grandmother in Czech, made latkes with garlic and marjoram. Grandma Lurvey, my husband's mother, made them with onions. Basically, they're both the same recipes. You take potatoes, a lot of them. You peel them, then you grate them. Then you mix them together with some binding agent, some flour, some eggs, maybe some baking powder. And then, like I said, the difference between the garlic and the onions, and of course some salt and pepper. When we made them at home, Bobby Bisek would serve them with goulash or stuffed with spinach, which was my favorite. Grandma Lurvey, on the other hand, served them with sour cream and applesauce. And that is the recipe we will be focusing on today. Okay, so we have the grated potatoes. When I was growing up, we used to hand grate them, which really could get kind of dangerous, and I'm surprised we didn't lose more fingers. The potatoes have a lot of liquid in them, so they should be emptied into a colander, and then you squeeze out as much of the liquid as you can. And if you have any big chunks of onion or anything like that, just toss it out. After the potatoes have all the liquid squeezed out of them, or as much as you could, you put them in a bowl. You can see I used several different kinds of potatoes. I used red potatoes and yellow potatoes and white potatoes because I couldn't tell which ones were which in my potato drawer, but that should be totally fine. We're going to add 1 slightly beaten egg, about a teaspoon of salt. So I'm using a half a teaspoon measure, so 2 of them. Black pepper to taste, ground black pepper. 2 tablespoons of flour. And half a teaspoon of baking powder. This has been pre-measured for me by my wonderful husband. And you mix it until you get all the ingredients mixed together. The next step in making our latkes is to grab a heavy skillet, if you have one, fill it with about a 1/4 cup of oil, don't be shy, and heat it up. You can tell I put a little bit, I don't know if you can see, but I put a little bit of potato in there to make sure that it's bubbling. That means that the oil is ready. Now you take about 2 tablespoons of the mixture and you put it into the oil, and you can start to hear it frying. Use the back of the spoon to flatten it out, and just keep on adding until you've filled, how pretty are those colors, filled the bottom. This is when you realize that the house is going to start smelling like Hanukkah. So we'll let them fry for a while, and we'll start to focus on our applesauce. So you know that the potato pancakes are ready to come off when that one's ready. They're crispy, cooked through, and then you drain them on paper towels. While our latkes are deep frying, we're going to be making the applesauce, which is really quite easy to make. I just chose a very easy recipe off of the internet. We're starting with 4 apples, which we peeled, cored, and chopped. You put them in a saucepan, add 3/4 cup of water, a 1/4 cup of white sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon ground cinnamon. Now, while I was peeling these apples, I was reminded that when I was growing up, we had a competition about who could peel the longest apple peel. So, for the sake of my father, if he's watching, I want to show that I'm going to peel this entire apple just in one peel. And if he was here, he would eat this peel and be very happy with it. After about 20 to 25 minutes of boiling, the apples should be soft enough that you can tip them out into a bowl, and using a potato masher or a fork, whatever you want to use, just very carefully though, because they will be hot, smash them into a nice applesauce. And now it is time to eat. We hope that you have enjoyed your time with us. Wishing you all a happy Hanukkah.
Chag Sameach.
Let's eat.
Mm-hmm.